What's going on, everybody? My name is Jdyo and I'm back with another video, and today we're talking about the best level 60 Moze build. Now, I've already done a Zane build and then a Zane clone build, and now we're doing a level 60 Moze build. Moze has also gotten buffed a ton, not quite as much as Zane in my opinion, but she's gotten buffed a ton. Moze is in a really good spot, and I'm really excited to show you guys this build, because this is exactly what I've wanted Moze to be since the game came out, and now she's finally like it, and it's just so exciting. I'm actually really excited for this build, because she's in a spot where I've wanted her to be since the game came out. Her mech, or Iron Bear, is absolutely phenomenal. It has gotten buffed a ton, and it actually is usable, which is huge. This is exactly what I wanted. I love mech builds and things like that in Borderlands. I loved playing as Gage with her mech, and now we've got Moze with her mech that actually is usable. And for most of the game since it's released, Moze's Iron Bear has not been usable, and Moze has been pretty bad. So now she's finally half decent. Just kidding, she's actually really good. And we're going to show you the best Moze build. But before we hop into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post 3 times a week very consistently, so make sure you're subscribed. I do a lot of fun different things on this channel. We do gameplays, we do walkthroughs and tutorials, and tons of fun different things, so be sure to subscribe to this channel for 3 videos a week. And we just hit 1,000 just a couple weeks ago, and we're already at almost 1.2 thousand, which is freaking phenomenal, so I'm really happy about that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Be looking forward to tons more videos, and let's just hop right into this Moze build. Alrighty, so you guys saw in the very beginning of this video a little bit of the destruction that Moze can do. We'll do some more of that, but let's hop right into the build. Let's go straight into the gear that you'll be wanting to use for Moze. The reason I love this Moze so much is because it's super lenient on what gear you can use. Something I would highly recommend is a beacon. The beacon is phenomenal with this Moze. Any beacon with any element is going to be really good. As you guys can see, I've got a couple of beacons over here that I'm using with Moze. Any beacon is going to be really good. The soul render is absolutely phenomenal. This assault rifle is amazing from DLC 2. It's really easy to get. The soul render is absolutely phenomenal. I love this weapon. It does a ton of damage. I love the gargoyle. The gargoyle is an amazing weapon no matter what character you're using it on, but Moze is really good with it as well because she can shoot with it for a lot longer without the shots breaking and her having to reload and all that stuff. The light show is another phenomenal weapon. The light show is absolutely unreal. This is from DLC 3. Love the light show. The light show is absolutely amazing. Let's look into some other guns. The Miscreant is really good for this as well. The Miscreant is actually a really good weapon for Moze as well. I love the Miscreant. The Unkempt Herald is really good with Moze as well. I'm not a huge fan of the way that the Unkempt Herald plays in Borderlands 3. It's just not really my favorite, but the Unkempt Herald is really good with this Moze build as well. As well as that, the Chaosin is absolutely phenomenal. I need a better Chaosin, but the Chaosin is unreal with this Moze build. Same with the Flipper. The Flipper is just good with really any build, and honestly, I should probably have this equipped over the Gargoyle. The Gargoyle is really good, but it's only corrosive, so enemies that are not weak to corrosion, it's not amazing for. The Flipper is absolutely phenomenal. The Monarch is another amazing weapon. The Monarch's really good for any character, but the Monarch is another fantastic weapon to use for Moze. As well as the Butcher is really good as well. I've seen some people shred with this build on Moze with the Butcher, so keep that in mind. I'm not a huge fan of it, but the Butcher is really good. And as always, finally, we've got the Yellow Cake. The Yellow Cake absolutely shreds with any build, but I'm not huge on rocket launchers to begin with. I like having builds that you can actually do stuff with SMGs and assault rifles and pistols. So those are the guns to use. It's really awesome. You can just experiment. There's so many different guns that are going to work with this build, so experiment, see what you like, but these are the couple of weapons that I use the most. But again, experiment. This is a really open build, and that's what I love. I hate gear-dependent builds, as you guys know. I'm not a fan of gear-dependent builds at all, and I'm really happy with the flexibility with this build. So experiment and see what works best for you guys. The shield I like using is the Recharger. That's my favorite shield in the game, so use whatever shield you guys want. The shield isn't super dependent in this build at all. It's not really required at all. The class mod, the Sapper, this is going to do you a lot of good. Gaining life steal up to 12% the longer you hold down the trigger is huge, especially with guns like the Beacon or the Light Show or the Flipper or the Soul Render. Any of those are going to get you a lot of life steal, which means it's going to be very hard for you to die. That's huge. The other one that works really good with this build is the Mind Sweeper, where when you hit a critical hit, it has a 25% chance to drop a micro grenade that will explode. That's also another really good class mod for this build, but I like using the Sapper because I have some trouble going down, so the Sapper is really good. Grenade mod, totally up to you. I don't use a grenade as much as I should. I use the fastball, but use whatever grenade you want. I know there's better grenade mods out there. I just don't focus on grenades very much. But the grenades are really good with this Moze build, so use whatever grenade you want. Same with the relic. Use whatever relic you want. I like doing stack damage increase. That's just good for obvious reasons. But any artifact that you guys want, you guys can use it. So those are the gear. That's the gear you're going to be using. It's very, very lenient, very flexible with what you can use. Honestly, the only two things you really need for this build, or that are a must-have, are the Sapper and, if you'd like, the Minesweeper. But pretty much just the Sapper class mod. That's really it, and that's why I'm so excited about this build, because it's so good with a lot of different things. Now let's hop right into the skill tree. You're only going to have 5 points into the red skill tree, or the orange, whatever you want to call it. Armored Infantry. While Moze's shields are active, she gains increased damage reduction and gun damage. Great skill. Put 5 points into that and leave the red tree alone. In the green tree, you're not going to have the minigun equipped. I like using the rockets in the blue tree. You're going to put 5 points into Cloud of Lead. Occasionally, Moze's and Iron Bear shots will deal additional incendiary damage and won't consume ammo. Awesome. You got an 11.25 chance for that. That's great. I have 2 points into here because of my class mod, but don't spec anything into here. Put 4 points into Scrappy. While moving, Moze's weapon damage, handling, weapon swap, and mode switch speed are increased. This is awesome. You don't need to put 5 points into that, but 4 points will do you just great. That's going to increase a bunch of really cool things. You're going to put 1 point into Redistribution. After Moze scores a critical hit, she regenerates ammo and health for a few seconds. Obviously, for obvious reasons, this is great to spec into. Make sure you do that. You're going to put 3 points into Stoke the Embers. Increases Moze and Iron Bear's incendiary damage. This is great. Doing extra damage is always a plus. Put 5 points into Scorching RPMs. Moze gains increased fire rate and critical hit damage. Iron Bear gains increased hardpoint damage. Again, spec into this for obvious reasons. Put 5 points into the Iron Bank. It increases Moze's magazine size by 49%. This is absolutely fantastic. Put 5 points into that for sure. Put 1 point into Specialist Bearer. Equipping 2 of the same weapons on Iron Bear increases the damage they deal. This is absolutely phenomenal for obvious reasons. That's why I have 2 of the same weapons equipped on Iron Bear, so it does additional damage. It makes Iron Bear super strong. Put 1 point into Some for the Road. Moze gains infinite ammo for a few seconds after exiting Iron Bear. This is awesome because you shred an Iron Bear, and then once you leave Iron Bear, you have infinite ammo. And instead of hopping in and out of Iron Bear because Iron Bear sucks, now you can shred with Iron Bear, hop out, and have a bonus with infinite ammo, which is just phenomenal. And then put 1 point into Forge. Moze constantly regenerates ammo for her currently equipped weapon. This is very required. This is a super great skill right here. It's going to help a lot with ammo consumption. Let's go to the blue tree. You're going to equip the grenade launcher, and the augments that I have for is just the rocket pods. I put equip slot 1 and 2 for this. The rocket pods are absolutely phenomenal, so use those. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put 5 points into Fire in the Skag Den. Whenever Moze deals splash damage, she deals bonus incendiary damage, which is going to help with these other skills that we spec'd into the green tree, doing increased incendiary damage and all that stuff. Put 3 points, or max this one out, in Means of Destruction. Whenever Moze deals splash damage, there is a chance to add ammo to her currently equipped magazine, which is awesome. So this is great. This is a great skill to help you with ammo consumption. Put 5 points into Stainless Steel Bear. Iron Bear gains additional armor, increased maximum fuel, and increased damage. This is very required for how good Iron Bear is now. Then you're going to put 1 point into Auto Bear. After Moze exits Iron Bear, it will remain deployed in place for a short time. While Auto Bear remains active, it will target and attack nearby enemies. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is a great skill right here. Again, with how good Iron Bear is, being able to exit Iron Bear, have it do a bunch of damage while you can do damage as well is phenomenal. Trust me, this is an amazing skill to spec into. Put 3 points into Pull the Holy Pin. Moze's grenades have a chance to score a critical hit, dealing greatly increased damage. And this is great. Again, I don't use grenades a whole ton, but having a really, really good grenade mod, this will definitely be good for you. Put 4 points into Vampire. Whenever Moze damages an enemy with a thrown grenade, or Iron Bear deals area of damage, for every enemy hit, she restores a portion of their missing health. And Iron Bear receives half the bonus. So this kind of helps with health regeneration quite a bit. Helps you stay up a little bit longer, as well as the Sapper. Then you're going to put 5 points into Explosive Punctuation. When Moze deals splash damage, her action skill cooldown rate is briefly increased. This is awesome. 40% increased action skill cooldown rate when you do splash damage, so make sure you're doing splash damage so you can get Iron Bear back. Then you're going to put 1 point into short fuse. Whenever Moze deals gun damage, there is a chance of a secondary explosion centered on the target. This is absolutely phenomenal. So just doing gun damage, you can do extra explosive damage, which is fantastic. So these skills are amazing. I love this skill tree. Now let's show off the build. Without any further ado, let's just hop right into showing off the build. Okay, let's hop into Iron Bear first off, just to show you guys how overpowered Iron Bear is. Look at this. Boom, look at that, already dead. Boom, look at that, already dead. It's unreal how much damage Iron Bear does. It's absolutely unreal. These rockets, I personally think, are the best. Let me know if you guys see any other augments or anything else you can use with Iron Bear that'll do more damage, but in my opinion, I think these rockets do the most. I mean, look at that. Look at that badass. It's just completely gone. It doesn't even matter. Iron Bear does not care. It's just going to do damage like no other. We got to take out this little thing. Boom, look at that. Just absolutely unreal. The only thing that kind of sucks with these rockets is they can run out of ammo kind of quick, and you gotta wait a minute for them to regen. But once they do, you're back to just doing absolute destruction. I mean, look at that. Unreal. Now let's show off Moze a little bit. Remember, the longer you hold down the trigger, even better. That means you're going to be doing some more health regeneration because of your Sapper class mod. So make sure you're holding the trigger down for as long as possible. Look at that. We got the Bearcat, and we got the Sawbar. Pretty cool. Now look at this. I mean, the flipper, we're starting with the flipper. This thing is amazing, as you guys can see. I'm doing some crazy damage with the flipper there. Absolutely unreal. I love the flipper. This is probably my favorite SMG in the game, if I'm being honest. It's just amazing. I love the flipper. It's great. And look at that. In a matter of seconds, we've cleared out this whole entire area. Oh, wait, we got somebody over here. Hold on. We got one guy over here, a little stray. Poor guy. Doesn't even know what he's about to get into. See ya. Look at that. Absolutely unreal. Let's take out this little spinner too. We want to clear this whole area. Now let's go to the next area, show off a couple of other guns, because we dealt so much damage so quick that I only got to show you guys the flipper. Let's go with the light show. We'll show you the beacon. We'll show you a couple of other weapons. Alrighty, let's go with the light show first. I like this gun a lot. This is one of my favorite pistols right now. I mean, look at the damage you're doing there. Look at the absolute just mayhem you're dealing. And that extra chance to do that grenade explosion damage, that skill we spec'd into. You guys saw that. We were doing extra explosion damage, like dropping grenades just by shooting. Absolutely unreal. Let's do this guy right here. Look at that. The light show is just brutal. The light show is so freaking good. But let's go into the beacon. This gun is phenomenal as well. Look at that. It's just shredding. There's so many different weapons that are so good with the Moze. And look, I'm using corrosive, so it doesn't even, like, the element doesn't even matter with the beacon. It's going to be shredding. I did go down there for a minute. Let's go ahead and get right back up. Look at that. Easy. Easy money. It's such a good build. This is probably my favorite build. Let's hop back into Iron Bear and go off here. Look at that. I mean, it's just unfair. It's just unfair the amount of damage we deal. Let's hop out of Iron Bear, let us do its thing, and we can show off the Soul Render, which is one of my favorite assault rifles right now. One of. It's not my favorite, but it's one of. This is a great assault rifle. This thing absolutely shreds. Let's see here. Boom, let's go and destroy this thing. Look at that. I mean, the amount of damage you can deal with the Soul Render is awesome. This thing is super, super good. Oh, we got to get rid of that little thing. There we go. I mean, look at that. I'm doing some damage with the Soul Render. Absolutely unreal. And you're really feeling the amount of ammo reserve that you have. You can be shooting for a long time before reloading because of the skills that you've spec'd into. And you're constantly regenerating ammo for your magazine, which is even better. Just an amazing build. I mean, look at, we're shredding. We're shredding with multiple different weapons. This is truly a really good build. And I love it because, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is exactly where we wanted Moze to be from the beginning. So I'm so happy with that because this is where I've always wanted Moze to be. I've always been fascinated by her mech suit, and we're finally at a point where it looks like this is where she's gonna be for a while, and I hope that's true. Boom, the flipper, absolutely unreal. Let's go kill Captain Trant. Let's do a boss fight, show you guys what a boss fight is all about. I'm excited to do that. Let's go and show that off. Okay, now that we're at Captain Trant, holy cow, okay. Let's go in here. I think I'll deploy Iron Bear. You know, it's a part of the build. I kind of like showing off how good you can do rather than Iron Bear. But Iron Bear is part of you, I believe, with this build. So we'll show that off a little bit. Let's take out his shield. And then let's deploy or get out of Iron Bear and kind of show off Moze a little bit as well. We like seeing how well Moze can do. Look at that. The beacon, not doing amazing, but it's not doing bad either. Let's switch to another one then. Let's go to the Soul Render. Absolutely shredding. Look at that. Boom. Get out of here. Get the freak out. Get the freak out of here. And then look at that. let's do the flipper. The flipper is absolutely phenomenal. That's probably one of the best weapons you can be using along with the beacon. The beacon's really good for mobbing. And just like that, he's gone. Not even hard. If you stayed in Iron Bear, you probably could have done a little quicker. But I mean, just fantastic. Let's see real quick. Let's see if we got a Chaosin. No Chaosin. Gosh darn. Well, that's pretty much it for this build. Thank you guys so much for watching. The reason this build is so exciting to me is because there's so many different things you can use with it. It's not dependent on the same 4 weapons we've been used to. There's so many different things you can use with it, and I'm really happy about that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any improvements you think I can make to the build. I'm always open to suggestions, and I love being able to improve Moze to the best of her abilities, as well as all my other characters. Now, something that I like doing lately is to leave a comment if you have gotten to this point in the video. If you guys have watched this far in the video, tell me that bananas are better than apples in the comment section below. I want to know how many people have actually gotten to this point in the video, so let me know in the comment section below that bananas are better than apples. Now, that's pretty much it for this Moze build. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I post 3 videos a week very consistently, so be sure to subscribe to the channel for 3 consistent videos a week. And I hope you guys enjoyed the build, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.